I wouldn't dissent from my colleague's opinion. Your faint was most likely caused by low blood pressure arising from your pregnancy and possible anemia.
And that was because of the bleeding?
Most likely. But the good news is you should be well enough to go home tomorrow.
Well enough. She's got cancer. You should be working round the clock to treat it.
I asked him to hold off treatment.
What?
The baby's sick.
How does you getting sick help our child?
If I started the treatment too early, it'd mean I'd have to have a termination.
And if you start too late?
It's a chance I'm willing to take.
Well, I'm not. I can't believe that you even approved this.
It's not a matter of approval. We laid out all the alternatives to your wife.
There are no alternatives. You go ahead and do whatever it takes to get her well again.
Sinead was offered a termination, which would have allowed us to commence radiotherapy immediately, but she declined.
Daniel, listen to me. I want to see our baby grow up. And now that I'm in my second trimester, I can start chemo this week. This way, the baby will survive, and so can I.
If she had a termination now, would it improve her chances?
It would allow us more options to pursue the most aggressive forms of treatment, yes.
Can you give us a minute?
Of course.
Sinead, I know that you think you're doing the right thing, but this is insane. You need to have a termination and start the strongest available treatment right now.
I can't.
And I can't lose you. I wouldn't survive. If you loved me...
Don't say that.
No, it's true. If you really loved me, you wouldn't risk leaving me. You'd do everything and anything you could to get well again.
I only hope Daniel can forgive me.
I don't think he's giving you much thought at the moment, to be honest.
But he will, if the worst happens. If you're looking for a scapegoat, and he won't have to look very far.
Well, I suppose that comes down to whether he thinks that telling him earlier would have made any difference.
That implies rational thinking. And that's the first thing out of the window when you lose somebody. Especially at that age, when that depth of hurt is new.
Anyway, there's no good as speculating.
You know, when your mother died, I thought I'd never recover. And it wasn't just losing her, it was the overwhelming injustice of it.
Yeah, well, we all felt that.
Oh, you were protected by your age to some extent, and I'm glad about that. But for me, a young man, near enough Daniel's age, to fall victim to such a cruel and unusual punishment, and to see death so near, and lack the life experience to process it, you fall into a kind of madness.